Introducing Instagram Teen Accounts, a new way to keep your teens safer as they grow, like making sure they've got the right gear for riding.
Knee pads.
Check.
And helmet?
Done. See you, Dad.
New Instagram Teen Accounts, automatic protections for who can contact your teen and the content they can see.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
And now, from the mayor's office above the boathouse on the east shore of Spoon Lake, it's Garage Logic with Chris Reavers manning Technology Corner, Kenny Olson from the Krabby Coffee Shop, John Haidt in the newsroom, and of course, the Rookie. Here is your flashlight king, fireworks commissioner, and the keeper of common sense, your mayor, Joe Soucheray.
Well, hello again, GLers. It's Reavers here in the GL Podcast Studios with another, and yes, final edition of the Best of Garage Logic this week as we wait for the return of the mayor and the entire Garage Logic crew back here again on Monday. So we're going to keep with the theme of this week. I highlighted bits from, from Tuesday, which was the 4th of July. A bunch of great bits from the Garage Logic first ever CD. And then yesterday we highlighted bits from the 4 o'clock hour. And today we are going to do the same with the Garage Logic 20th anniversary CD. And that's a theme because we are going to unveil something brand new this coming week. Next week, that is, I'm sorry, this coming week that we're going to debut the 30th anniversary of Garage Logic. So, boy, that's a mouthful. No wonder I'm not allowed to talk that much on this show. So, before I forget to mention, if they haven't, by the time you hear this, if they haven't gone already, they will be. The Garage Logic Town Council Target Field Takeover is going to happen 2 weeks from today as Minnesota takes on Chicago, and you have the opportunity, if the tickets are still available, to watch the ball game amongst GLers and the entire Garage Logic crew. Now, you do have to be a member of the Garage Logic Town Council. So to reserve your 2 free tickets, just head on over and sign up if you haven't done so already and go to garagelogic.com. Those tickets are on a first come, first serve basis. As I record this best of, I do have it on good authority that there are a few tickets left, but that might not be the case as you download this particular episode and go to garagelogic.com and see for yourself. Fratelloni's Hardware and Garden Stores brings you this best of edition, by the way. Thank you, Mike, for your continued support of the GL podcast. All right, that's enough from me. So let's get to it. Here's some more of the best of Garage Logic, and I hope that you appreciate that. And once again, thank you to all the GLers who have been emailing in and messaging me. I truly do appreciate that. I hope that I'm glad that you guys enjoy it just as much as I do. So without any further ado, here you go with the final edition of the best of Garage Logic for this week.
It's on line 8 there,
Here?
Joe. Yep.
All right.
Line 8.
Okay. Hello, we're on. I need the name of the interpreter from Chile. Hello, you're the...
How are you today?
And you are?
Pedro.
Pedro, and you will interpret?
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias to you, and you...
Do you speak Spanish?
Pardon?
Do you speak Spanish?
No.
No?
You have Yanni Barrios with you. He's 50 years old. He is one of the rescued... He is one of the rescued miners.
He was one of the middle ones that was pulled from the capsule.
Ask him how does he feel today?
Can you hold, please?
Yes.
He said he is feeling better and he is happy to be out of the how do you say, ground?
The what?
The ground. The ground under.
Right. I got that. And did he have a happy homecoming when he reached when the capsule finally reached the end of its journey there?
Can you hold?
Can you ask him, please?
Can you hold?
Yes.
Thank you. But he said he
You know, can I interrupt you there,
happy.
Pedro? Can I interrupt for just a moment?
Can you hold? Yes.
No, you went.
See.
See, I'm hearing a question being asked of him, but I'm not hearing him answer before you come back on the line.
He doesn't speak English, sir. I speak him in Spanish. And
No.
I ask him a question, and he tell me the answer.
No,
But
no. Bear with me here, Pedro. I wish I could see you, but I can't. You're a long way away.
No, we are way up
No.
on the earth.
Ask him again, please, because we would like to hear him answer, even though we can't understand him. What?
He's very far away, and I can read his lips from across the room.
Ask him what awaited him when the capsule came up.
Okay, can you hold, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Because I have to tell him.
Right.
So what was your question again?
What was awaiting him?
Okay, please hold for me. Thank you. He said that it was good to become out of this small capsule in the ground, and he likes to see people waiting for him, something good for him to see, like maybe his mistress.
Right, and
He's not shy to tell you this.
right, and that.
I told him.
What? No, I'm sorry. What?
He was yelling to me, and I told him about the mistress.
Well, he told you about it. Oh, because you told me about it.
He is not shy about this. He does not know where to choose.
Right.
The wife or the young
Ask him if.
large mistress.
Ask him if that was awkward.
Can you hold, please?
Yes.
He said that it was a feeling of oddness. How do you say?
Odd would be good.
It was more. He's not a very smart person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just lay this down now. He's not the smartest in the world,
All right, but a good man.
but a good man. Yeah, very good man. Bueno, sí, hombre. I give him what we call thumb up, and he said to me, he gives thumb up. Hey, bueno, you're gonna go. And he said that the world was worried about, who's going to choose. And he he has not chosen yet, but he's leaning toward the mistress.
Okay. Did he suffer any is he hopeful for his long-term health?
Can you hold, please?
Yes.
He tell me that I think he's speaking Japanese. No.
You just couldn't keep it up, could you, Pedro?
He told me that he is very happy.
Just couldn't keep it up, could you, Pedro?
Do you have any more questions for this man?
Yes. Do you think the miners will want to see each other again frequently, or do you think they'll want to go their own way?
Can you hold, please?
Yes.
I can say it for you. Mucho. Grande. My friend, he wants to say he likes big women.
No. Pedro, that's not
Maybe
what...
I misunderstood.
Right. I was just wondering,
So grande, he said.
do they all feel so close now they must be like brothers?
Okay. Can you hold, please?
Yes.
very good. Hombre, it was very good mucho baka brother.
There must be many different interpreters there because I'm hearing different languages, but that's understandable. It's a world.
I speak many languages.
It's a worldwide event.
You can speak many because right now my Spanish is not so good. I just come from Russia, so sometimes I confuse.
Could you please tell Lonnie?
He says there was good, how do you say, brothership.
Right.
There were a couple of men got probably a little closer than a brother would.
You don't know that, but he does apparently.
He does. I think he saw him behind the one of the parked cars. He was lonely.
All right, but will you please congratulate him for us and tell him we're all very happy and relieved that he and his fellow miners are safe?
Can you hold while I do this, please? Okay.
Yes.
He says that he is appreciative. He liked to, he's happy from you, man.
Good.
He said he liked, and he wants to know if do they get the check now, or do you pay? How do you send the money for the interview for the cash?
Well, that was never established.
No, this okay.
No.
We had
no.
We choose you for international. You will make ABC News now or ESPN News. This we have to know. But
used to be ABC.
We will not continue. We are in.
Well, no,
interview could possibly be over, man.
No.
I got friends. You say hello to my dirty little friend, man.
Right. Well,
you know what this is?
What?
This
Hey,
is outrageous,
Pedro.
See, my friend is in mind.
It was never established. It was never.
Oh, you.
Lots of swimming season left, GLers. I hope you've reached out to Aquaside, a White Bear Lake company. Their products have been keeping beaches and swimming areas free of weeds and crud for more than 60 years with a great line of weed control products that work quickly and they're easy to use. I've used them. That's how easy they are to use. All you have to do is call Aquaside, describe what you're looking at, and they'll get you the right products to eliminate those aquatic plants that are driving the kids crazy. Call Aquaside at 1-800-328-9350 and tell them what you're looking at. Tell them what you think the problem is. They'll go through it with you, and they'll make sure you get the right product so your beach will look great all summer long, and there's a lot of summer left. 1-800-328-9350 or go to aquaside.com.
You know, in my house, when it gets hot like this, we go through a ton of water. Reavers here once again for my friends at Hofferman Water, an independent water treatment dealer. And I'm not kidding. I got two boys in travel baseball, all their buddies coming over to our house, coffee every morning. We go through so much of our water at home. And you know what? I'm so glad I made the switch with my brand new drinking water system, courtesy of Connecticut and Hofferman Water. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have been a customer of Hofferman and Connecticut for years, and I am so glad that I decided to make the switch. And I know that you will be too. So do me a favor. Give them a call today for that free water analysis. 952-894-4040. Here in Minnesota, we have some of the worst water known to man. But that can change if you visit my friends at Hofferman Water and HoffermanWater.com. 952-894-4040, or just go visit their website. See every available service that they have on their website, HoffermanWater.com. Hofferman Water has been proudly serving the state of Minnesota for over 50 years. Please do me a favor. When you get in touch with my friends at Hofferman Water, please tell them that you heard about them here on the Garage Logic podcast.
Jimmy Johnson was standing next to him, and I was like, "Hey, Jimmy, can you believe I'm this close to John Mayer?" He's like, "What? You haven't met?" Taps Madden on the shoulder. He's like, "What is it, Jimmy?" Oh. The look on his face is like when Shaggy and Scooby see the bad guy pop out of the barrel.
It's okay now, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I think so. Yeah, because that week underneath the Super Bowl, he's driving by in a golf cart and you hear, "Hey, Frank." And so which sounds like, "Hey, Frank," but I realized it was like beep, beep, like the road runner. And like an Ace Hardware anvil came dropping down on me.
Were you just going to do a little Shaggy?
Not in front of you, because you're the king.
No.
Let's hear the Morgan. I want to hear the Morgan
Let's
Freeman.
see. You have the Morgan Freeman.
Okay, here we go. Hello, Mr. Caliendo. This is Morgan Freeman. I was incarcerated in Shawshank prison for many years, and then I finally was out on parole, and I escaped to Zihuatanejo. How about that?
Well, I'd have to say that was pretty decent.
Oh, my God.
I think that I could do a little bit better.
I do, too. Holy mackerel. Rook.
Damn it, let me try it again.
That's why Frank Caliendo and 6 of his friends were on their way to the Super Bowl.
There's a new wrinkle here.
That's where they found happiness.
Okay, well, so what he's doing, I'm doing the Morgan Freeman from Shawshank. He's doing the Morgan Freeman Visa ads. So there's a
timber difference. There's a timber difference.
Well, there's a little bit in there, Sonny. I'm not sure what it is right now, but I do know that this voice is something that I've worked on extensively.
Now, doesn't Morgan smoke a little weed? I wonder what he sounds like after he's been on the bong for a while.
Ah, yes. Ready to take on the universe.
Rook, I had money on you.
Well, let me tell you, I don't think you're going to have to pay it out yet, because I am going to ask him a question.
That was a pretty good Walter Cronkite pass. And that's the way it is.
I'm going to ask you a question that only a Morgan Freeman would really know.
Okay.
That would be, what was one of my roles on the show Electric Company?
I was Speed Reader.
Damn it.
Foiled again.
All right.
Damn it, he got me again.
Let's see how good you are, Rook.
All right.
Now sing the school song. What are you in the bathroom smoking crack, Sonny? Now sing the school song. Come on, Sonny.
That was from someone to call me Crazy Joe, but now they can call me Batman.
Now they call me the Batman.
I guess I only have one tone. I need to go back to school. I've been schooled once again by Frank Caliendo.
You're doing a great voice. It's just not Morgan Freeman.
I don't know who you're doing now.
Who is it, Rook?
I don't know.
We've been buying it Morgan Freeman all these years, and he's telling you it's not Morgan
There's
Freeman.
something, but there's somebody that's somebody. I know that's a terrible thing to hear, but you nailed somebody else.
That is constructive criticism, and I think I know who it is.
Come on, do a little.
It's me. It's the body.
I know it
and
is.
I knew you were trying to lure me out, Caliendo. You know, I don't even know what your deal is, but I'm here.
That is so good. It makes me want to throw
finally
up.
I get a C+ from Caliendo.
No, that one, Sonny, that's an A++.
I guess I'm going to stick with that.
I'll tell you what, also, Mr. Ventura.
Yeah? Now?
I hear a conspiracy.
Yeah. You know, do you ever watch True TV? I'm on TV now. I'm off the grid. I'm off the grid, but I'm on True TV. If you ever have like an impressionist conspiracy, like someone's doing the wrong Morgan Freeman and he gets shot.
Not only is he off the grid, he's also off his rocker.
That's right.
Yeah, you know, I don't have a rocker. I got a porch swing.
The greatest part about this is that doesn't matter how crazy you make your impression of Jesse Ventura, it's never going to be as crazy as the real guy. There's something I can't do. I can't do it. I can't do. There's certain ones I can't do, and that's one of my favorite ones.
Well, Frank, he worked with him for a couple of years.
Right.
He had to look at him every day.
The key is, Frank, and I don't think I should be giving you any help.
Shake like he does.
You have to kind of like this, and you can't really yell. You can't yell loud. You know, if you try to do the shouty Jesse in the ring,
it's in the throat, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's in your throat.
You got to open her up. I don't like to do that in public.
And the C's, public.
You know?
Gosh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That is honestly one of my favorite. I tell people when I can't remember your name, but there's
this one guy.
I tell people there's a guy that they call Rookie, Match Flush Bob.
Right. And he does a wonderful Jesse.
No, that Jesse Ventura. I remember you did Clinton too. You did Clinton. You do a bunch of political.
I do. I haven't done Clinton for a while. He's been away.
He shows up every once in a while when somebody needs something.
Right.
It's like a comedian on the radio.
Right. You were in the building, Frank. What
I'm glad to be. No, I that's the one. Usually, that's the thing about radio. When you're a comedian, you come in when you need something. That's the great thing about today is I get to just come in and hang out because I don't need to sell any tickets.
I'd like to say thanks, Frank, for being here today. I will not stop.
Someday I'll figure out who that man is.
With the return of humane temperatures also comes the return of windshields covered in smashed bugs. Thankfully, Seafoam has us covered with their amazing Bugs Be Gone solution. Bugs Be Gone easily solves the frustration of scrubbing bugs off your windshield and front bumper. You spray it on, it breaks up the sticky bond of bugs and crud with the vehicle surface, so you can simply wash it away with water. And yes, Bugs Be Gone is safe for all finishes. It's a non-toxic formula and water-based and leaves no film or haze when it dries. Just a clean windshield with nary a bug in sight. And we can use Bugs Be Gone on all sorts of stubborn organic crud. So a lot of people try it on a car and then they find all sorts of other uses for it, like campers, golf equipment, fishing gear, anything organic. Just spray it on and wash it off, and the bugs be gone. Just another wonderful product for our vehicles from our friends at Seafoam.
The week of the 4th of July surely is always festive. It's always festive. It's when you kind of go sit around and just say, hey, you know what? Life is pretty good. And when life is good, what do? You're happy. You want to outpour that joy. You might want to even be philanthropic. Yeah, that's the word of the day here, the word of the week. And MinnesotaMasonicCharities.org, online at MNMasonicCharities.org, catchy. In 2006, some of the bigwigs came together and they said, let's pool everything and let's do scholarships. Let's help the needy. Let's help the old. Let's help the young. They're doing just that. And sometimes, you know, there's a wink and a nudge and the secret handshake. And they want the garage logicians and everybody to know that they're not really secrecy. It's not a bunch of secrets. They're telling everybody, we have got scholarships for people that need it. We have got a wonderful operation that they want to tell everybody about. So if you want to contact them and you have some questions about the secret handshake, you can call them 952-948-6200. But better yet, why don't you check out their website? That's MNMasonicCharities.org. Learn more about the Masons and how giving they are. Yep. Oh, yeah. What's the big word? Philanthropic. And let them know you heard it on the Garage Logic podcast. MNMasonicCharities.org.
Okay. And you're the professional newsman, John. I'm going with John's take on this.
A couple zoo stories. This one you can find on the Garage Logic page at the website. Mr. Reavers got this one for me. Heather Bouncer videotaped her 13-month-old, 13-month-old Jack at the zoo sitting in front of the glass that encased some lions. Jack was wearing an outfit that was black and white striped. One of the lioness must have thought Jack was a zebra.
Tried to get the kid?
Tried to get Jack through the glass. And it's pretty funny. Mom talked with Good Morning America this morning. She said by the whole thing, Jack was amused.
Yeah, he loves kitties. So he stood up afterwards and was waving and saying, hi, kitty, kitty.
You're going to have to explain what you're talking about.
So basically, there was a video. They're at the zoo. The little kid, he's what, probably like
13 months.
Yeah, I was going to say about a year old or whatever.
And carpet crawler.
He's in a black and white striped outfit, so he looks like a baby zebra. And this younger lion tries to grab him. He's like opening his mouth, trying to eat the kid.
Like they're celebrated by a wall of glass.
Yeah, by about a foot, piece of glass. It was just hilarious.
Well, that's a cute story.
Here, it's posted at 1500ESPN.com under Garage Logic.
Here's one for Kenny. A zoo story of a different kind. A zookeeper leapt into action in China
Kenny's watching the video right now.
See, isn't it cute, Kenny?
Yeah, kids are cute. You have to admit it.
Look at it opening its head and trying to get the thing in its mouth.
What an awesome kid.
The only thing I thought watching it was, what if that window breaks?
Yeah.
You were worried?
No way.
That would be an issue.
Here's how my mind works.
Well, this ought to be
if
good.
I was a zoo employee...
You were probably wondering if you could set up your wax hands there at the zoo.
That too. But if I was a zoo employee and that happened, I would have the fake lion suit and run around the corner, right?
Hey!
The kid, just to see what the mom would do. Like, ah!
Like from Wizard of Oz, that kind of lion
the
suit?
ding lion suit just go. You thought you could get away. I love thinking about stuff like that.
Yeah, apparently you do.
Okay, you have issues.
I'm sick, I know.
It's on the news right now.
Right on the news.
It's on Channel 5 right now.
There you go. See? Yeah.
See, and if you had a lion suit like that and you said, the mom would pass out.
Now, a zoo story of a different kind.
Okay.
A zookeeper in China jumped into action to save a constipated baby monkey by licking the monkey's rear end with his tongue.
Oh,
I'm out.
okay. Turn off Kenny.
You're right.
Turn off Reavers. Turn off everything. I can't believe you're doing this story.
I threatened.
Oh, my God.
Again, if I worked at that zoo, I would dress up
like a monkey.
Oh, I can't go to the bathroom.
I'm sorry. I have to put my monkey suit on now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, don't try that one at home.
No, kids.
John, this is very awkward.
What is this story now? I missed
What
this one.
happened now?
The monkey was constipated.
Sure.
It's a little baby monkey. It's a Francois.
Oh, it's an
leaf
infant.
monkey.
That's nothing.
Ate a peanut thrown into its cage, but it was too small to have it pass through its digestive system.
What do you do?
Yeah.
50-year-old.
Who was the person that discovered this is how
Well,
it
we're
works?
trying to get to the spot of this.
Hey, I got an idea. It's
Hey,
kind of harebrained.
Anybody ever tried that? Just do this.
I don't know if it's going to work, but hey, get that intern in here.
50-year-old Zhang Bongsheng, a keeper at Wuhan Zoo, said the monkey's life was in danger. So he washed the bottom with warm water.
Well, okay, cleaned it up.
Yeah, and then licked it for.
Okay. Now it's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry about me. I used to do this in the Army.
Go get Bong Shang. We got another one that just ate a walnut.
Washed the bottom with warm water and then licked it for an hour
Well,
before.
what would that do?
Well,
Well, he got it out in 5 minutes, but he was just having so much fun.
An hour. He couldn't stop.
It took an hour, and then the monkey was able to go to the bathroom.
For Pete's sake, just put some, soup on it or something.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell? Well, anything but this.
Zhang did say afterwards, I laughed with satisfaction to know that I'd helped the little guy out.
Thank you very much.
Not a Garage Logic Town Council member? Here's what you're missing.
So starting next Friday,
Yes, sir.
through October 1st, we're taking Fridays off.
What? Okay.
We got to look into that.
No more Fridays, May.
Let's look into that.
Yeah, let's look into it.
Yeah, let's do it. Kooky.
Go behind the scenes of Garage Logic with unfiltered audio and video access, invites to exclusive events, an emailed newsletter from the mayor himself, and more by signing up at GarageLogic.com.
A guy named Baba Amte, a follower of Gandhi, whose dedication to helping lepers of India brought him the Templeton Prize and many other international awards, died Feb 9 at his shelter for leprosy patients in the western India state of Maharashtra. He was 93. And the cause of death was age-related ailments, which I would imagine stands to reason, huh?
Take 93.
Amte, who was trained as a lawyer, turned from an early life of hunting, playing sports, driving fancy cars, and writing film reviews to working with the poor of his country. But his direction was irrevocably determined by an encounter with a destitute leper. After that, he gave up his father's...
I would imagine most would be at that point.
Yeah, maybe his life wouldn't have changed this way if he had met a really wealthy leper.
Or one while he's writing the movie review.
Right.
What do you think? Ambu?
It seems to go hand in hand, unfortunately, that if you have leprosy, you tend to be a little short of cash.
Throw me a little cartoon bubble of the the shelter built for the...
No. Now, this is a good guy. This guy did...
I know, but I'm just seeing a waiting room of a lot of gauze.
Yeah. See, now, it might be peculiar to my upbringing, but lepers were always in our consciousness. Right?
They only came up usually during church at the Bible.
Sure.
Leprosy. The good.
But it was among the many items of voodoo that was tossed at our feet was the leprosy deal. And I always, I saw the gauze and the bad cane.
It was never fresh either. The gauze seemed to always... I saw dragging feet. I did. Well, as a kid, you get a cartoon bubble.
Well, and
I'm not making fun, but this is what was burned on my, just the kind of the...
what I always wondered is, well, it sounds bad. I got that. It doesn't.
I'm in with the bad.
I buy it.
I want to cure it.
Here's my quarter. I'm in. But I always wondered, well, why? And I'm serious now.
Yes.
I always wondered, well, why did the conditions of maybe that's seriously now, in all seriousness, maybe that's what got to this guy. Because I always wondered, why did the conditions of treating the lepers have to be so bad? In other words, leprosy was always associated with a completely run-down hospital.
Yes, I don't think you're speaking out of school. The majority of us raised in America.
God forgive me. I'm not.
What you're laughing at is that your own cartoon bubble as a child that has stuck with you as a.
That's it.
It has not changed.
No, got planted. You stick your head out, ask Height, because he was raised the same way. It was among the many. Hey, look out. There's leprosy.
Be good.
Yeah.
And that was bad. That the lepers were always associated with.
Well, you know what? Hats off to this fellow. He apparently turned away from his father's huge estate and dedicated himself to the service of lepers. To the end of his life, he worked, marched, and protested for better treatment for them and the rest of India's least powerful, in addition to the Templeton Prize, which he won in 19...
I always saw an extra bucket of fingertips. And the janitor cleaning out the end of the clinic. Oh,
Okay.
you're leopard. You could pick up a finger. Oh.
God. I'm going to go straight to hell.
No, I'm not even. It's just that was
No, I'm not worried about you. I said
Oh.
I don't care where you go.
I always thought in the Bible, too, the lepers, they always got there early.
Well, you seem to have a Bible connection.
That's the only thing
I'm seeing Hawaii. Seriously, I'm seeing Hawaii, thatched hut, rundown, bad.
You're seeing where they put them all.
Yes, honest to God, what did they do? Why?
I saw a lot of downtime on Leper Island.
It was, it was like you took the bad ferry. Who's I'm seeing Marty Feldman.
Took the bad ferry.
The crummy ferry that had, like, tires attached to the front.
Well, hey, you know what?
God bless this Indian fellow.
What does it say?
You know what? He had this
leper advocate. Call the leper hotline.
I apologize. Leprosy shouldn't do that to me. It's not a funny thing.
You're going old school. You wouldn't see that in the doctor's office today. He's got leprosy and a person mummified.
Now, I'm telling you something. This is generational. Because the kids I used to have all went to the same type of schools I did. They don't have this. They didn't get this one. They didn't. It's... It's not a good disease.
This guy was an advocate for better canes. He was sick of it. He was at least give him good canes, people.
But that's what all I remember was, okay, there are people afflicted with this, and we're to pray for them, and I get that. I got the whole deal. But why do they have such bad hospitals? You know what? What difference? See, what difference did the illness make? Why couldn't the hospital be nice? That's what
should have been
I
nice
never.
for the-
Well, and apparently that's what this guy thought.
Amen.
Okay, here we go.
It's cabin season. You know that means grilling season. And if you aren't grilling Grunhofer's old-fashioned meats, you're missing the boat. Particularly if you're going up to, north and you're taking 35E, swing off on 97, go east. Couple of 100 yards, there's a Grundhofer's location right now. The original is just north of Hugo on Highway 61. It's where GLers meet to eat. Rookie burgers, 140 different kinds of brats, steak, chops, chicken, double smoked bacon, you name it. You know the drill. You've been there, and you know that Grunhofer's is the best grilling parlor of emporium meat you'll ever see in your life. It's Grunhofer's old-fashioned meats. They've been with Garage Logic almost from the very first day of the podcast. Grunhofer's old-fashioned meats in Hugo, just north of Hugo on Highway 61. Look for the GL sign out front. And it opened last summer. Grunhofer's in Forest Lake on Highway 97, almost immediately east of Interstate 35E. Grunhofer's old-fashioned meats.
Sent to us. Oh, this is a newspaper article from something called Country Life in Superior, Wisconsin. Now listen to this. GLers might want to even take these dates down. There's a hardware store in Superior, Wisconsin. The Berger Hardware Store. Berger Hardware. Berger.
Oh, my hopes were up there for a little bit.
It's been in business since 1915. They're going out of business. They're going to sell off the stock. They've got stuff in there in the original boxes from 75 years ago. Horse collars, pulleys, big nuts and bolts. They've got picks on which the handles of which still. What?
No, I'm laughing.
They got.
All right, tell me what they got. They got a lot of good stuff.
Picks, handles that say WPA on them from the Works Progress Administration,
right.
U.S. WPA. Seriously, sounds like a fantastic deal. Never used horse collars. You really don't. Who would need one? But harness components and horseshoes. All right, here's the deal. After 80 years in business, there's so much left to sell from the antique to the contemporary that I guess it will take 5 days of auctions, March 18th to 20th. Oh, right now it's going on. And March 26th to 27th. So this weekend and next weekend. The first 3 days of sales, that's right now, will be of particular interest to farmers, farm equipment restorers, and antique collectors. To clear out elbow room, the sales begin with some of the bulkiest items on March 18th. It started at 10 a.m. That included 300 pickaxes and handles from the Works Progress Administration, unopened kegs of nails, bolts, nuts, and screws, hundreds of buckets and wooden barrels of bolts of up to 2.5-inch diameter, and grinder stones. The second day, that's tomorrow, will include. I don't have a horse though. Tomorrow we'll have horse-related items and equipment. The March 19th sale tomorrow begins at 10. That will include antique but unused tack, harness components, chains, horseshoes, nails, horse collars, buggy whip holders. The stuff's squirreled away up there. On March 20th, antique collectors will find gas and kerosene stoves, hand lawnmowers, 100 cases of Fire King dishes, whatever that is, milk bottles, shovels, wheelbarrows, wooden handles for diggers, shovels, scythes, SCYTHES, hay knives, cant hooks, and tools that only old-timers would recognize. More antique and contemporary hardware will go on sale March 26 and 27, as well as the office furniture, scales, cash registers. Man, oh man. This was founded by a guy named Sam Berger in 1915. It's still in the same 4-story building near the shipping docks on Superior's Tower Avenue. Oh, I'd like to go to this place. It has mountains of inventory thanks to an old-school business philosophy of its founder, Morris Berger, who started the business to serve the Twin Ports railroad and shipping trade. His belief in selling hardware in the general store tradition was passed on to his son, Sam Berger, and his wife, Frida, and they operated the business until 5 years ago.
Wasn't his brother-in-law Ham in the restaurant business?
No. And that isn't, and you know what? That isn't, I mean, that's just where you fall apart, see, because that's not funny. And you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Jesus. You are. You're an idiot. Turn off your mic and quit gasping. You're an idiot for that. That's not funny. Doing a piece here on this important
Hamburger's
stuff.
kind of funny.
That's not funny. It's not even remotely funny.
Dibble's laughing her head off out there.
She would. It's not even.
No, I know that's not funny, but it's funny to see your reaction when I do something like that.
That's right. Get me stirred
Okay,
up.
I'm out.
They have this outfit dates to a business philosophy when inventory was more important than cash. What else does it say here? I won't read the whole thing, but holy smokes. According to a 1988 Wisconsin Trails article on the store, the atmosphere at Berger's was one of organized chaos, except that Sam Berger, like his father before him, had an uncanny ability to find whatever a customer wanted. The elder Berger, that would be Morris, the founder, who died in 1977 at the age of 112, had been in the scrap metal business before establishing the hardware store, where he worked at least part-time until he was 100. He apparently instilled... Excuse me, I'm having a Royce-like gas attack. He apparently instilled his work ethic and buy-in-bulk business philosophy in his son, Sam. And they relate the classic story of Mr. Kramer. Who in the hell's Mr. Kramer? They're quoting a Mr. Kramer, and I don't want to do it unless I know who that is.
I think that was the long-lost brother-in-law.
I'm not looking at you. I'm not talking to you. Somebody named Mr. Kramer said that Morris used to sit in the back room, and when he was about 97 years old, a customer was wandering through the store, and Morris, who's then 97, asked the customer if he could help him, and he said, "Yeah, I'm looking for 24 4-inch brass wood screws." Morris kind of stood there for a second, rubbed his chin, and said, "No, I've only got 22. They went over in the nuts and bolts, and Morris told him to get up on the ladder and reach way in the back. He pulled out a box, and there was a half-inch of dust on it. He opened the box, and there were 22 wood screws in it. Okay. Anyway. M. Berger Hardware. There's a picture here of some of the block and tackle and pulleys that'll be for sale, the Works Progress Administration stuff, and new, old stock, never used horse collars. I'm going to get a horse collar and put it on you. That's what I'm going to do.
I'd like to thank all you
And I'm gonna
garage
get a
magicians
buggy
out there
whip,
for your
too.
support that have called off the air.
Yeah, and they're on my side, aren't they?
No.
Well, the hell they're not. Tell me they're on my
A lady
side.
named Kim. She almost choked on the cracker. No, I know. But you know what? That's not a funny joke. But your reaction is what's funny.
No, it isn't.
But I'm
funny.
done. I got it out of
To
my
get
system
me
now for
going,
a month.
It's, you know what it is? It's wrong. It's very inappropriate of you.
You know,
to upset me on purpose.
No,
Just
I
for
don't.
your own amusement. That's why you do it.
That's why if you would have been my old man, you probably would have beat me, I think. You would have beat
to
me.
within an inch of your life. I mean, you're terrible.
Oh,
Drive
no, it's
me.
not just every
you're
once
not
in a
supposed
while.
to sit there and drive me crazy.
I'm not going to. I'm I'm new man now. I've changed.
What changed you?
180. Turn around, baby. Whoop.
My sister?
Yeah.
One of my sisters? Mm-hmm. Complaining about having to drive in that snow last week? Mm-hmm. Said she did a 450. And I said, "What's that? 1.5 times around? What's a 450?
450 would be 1 1/4, I believe.
Well, see, now you never mind.
All right.
I know somebody like you wouldn't have any interest in a beautiful old
I
hardware
do. I
store
think
like
that would
that.
really
which
be
to
neat.
you, it's just a source of, well, I wonder how many jokes I can crack about the burger store. Is his brother named Ham? I mean, that's not
you got
funny.
Sam and Ham and what was his name? Mortimer? Or?
Morris.
Morris.
Mortimer. But no, that's...
No, it's
just
I would.
like-
You know what? If I was heading up to is Superior, Wisconsin, is it?
Yeah, you don't even know where it is.
Yeah, it's across from Two Harbors.
Yeah, Duluth.
Gooseberry Falls area, Split Rock Lighthouse.
Pronounce the word Goose.
Don't take me to task on this one because I got you.
No.
Gooseberry Falls. It's not gooseberry.
So you see a bird out there. Is that a goose?
No. I'm telling you.
Oh, look at the goose.
I'm telling you
What's
the
a
way
goose?
they pronounce Gooseberry Falls.
Who's they?
Up in the park up there.
Who's they? Are we not all Minnesotans? What is
The way
there? Is there a
the way
group
the
of people up
park-
there that call it goose?
Yes, that's what it's called.
I don't believe
it's called. Let me tell you, Joe. University of Minnesota basketball program call it Gooseberry Fall. Gooseberry Fall.
Yeah.
It's pronounced Gooseberry Falls.
And
I
you
have no
go-
idea why. I don't know why.
Oh, and you're
It's
so
not
proud of yourself because
gooseberry.
you say, "Oh, I got you on this one." Sure, you
know,
do.
Don't take
it's
me to
all,
task.
It's all
I'll
this
give you the
too,
chance.
Pally.
We don't know.
I'm telling you, somebody call and let's get a little pronunciation.
No.
We used to go camping up there all the time. I played Rambo up there with my brothers in the
you
woods.
know, Matt, can I tell you something? I love you dearly, but you have a lot
I'm beginning to question that now.
Well, you have a lot of delusion. You went camping there once, and I've heard
I've
the
been up there a
Rambo story at least 30 times. So one time you went camping, and apparently, rather than fish or look at trees or explore, you had to play Rambo, and that we've heard it now 25 times.
DK Mags has been on Old 8 in New Brighton since 1999 with an experienced staff, good selection, and fair prices. DK Mags is a safe and legal place to sell your unwanted firearms, whether it's an oldie from Grandma's estate or maybe something you just don't want, need, or like. DK Mags, they can buy 1, 2, or the whole kit and caboodle if you have a small arsenal. DK Mag's a full-service gun shop offering new and used firearms, gunsmithing, maintenance, and storage services if you need a safe place to stash your firearms, either short or long-term. You can log on to dkmags.com for more information on ordering, selling, or storing firearms. DK Mags, speaking of ordering, they can help you find and order that hard-to-find firearm you might be looking for. Monticello Pawn and Gun, also a part of the DK Mags family. They not only buy and sell firearms, they also buy and sell just about anything else. A fun little shop. Monticello Pawn and Gun and DK Mags on Old 8 in New Brighton.
Finally, thank God today is Friday. TGTI Friday. It's the scramble.
I'll say, GLers, it is the scramble, and that reminds me, Mike Fredoloni and I did not do a weekly scramble this week, but I wanted to make mention of a proud supporter of the weekly scramble and also a proud supporter from various times of the Garage Logic podcast, and that's our friends at Harmony Spirits. HarmonySpirits.net is their website. They have a really cool site that highlights a lot of the things that they're doing in and around town. I know they have a big golf tournament coming up in August, but if you're in the area, it's an absolutely gorgeous tasting room down there in Harmony, Minnesota, right there in the middle of camping country. My family and I, we were down there a couple of years ago. It's a really cool part of the state. And if you happen to be driving through, maybe on your way to Iowa to visit family and friends, whatever, stop in. They have a really cool tasting room that has craft cocktails, and they rotate that menu all the time down there in Harmony, Minnesota at Harmony Spirits. And also check out their Twitter account for cool recipe ideas and all sorts of things that they're doing in and around car shows that happen all the time throughout the course of the summer, and just really good, great people. But please do us a favor. Stop in your local liquor store and ask for the Harmony brand by name, and that will help them continue to grow. And we thank all of you GLers that have already made the stop and have continued to ask for the Harmony brand by name. So it's Reavers here in the GL Podcast Studios. One final time for this week of the 4th of July, which, boy, I got to tell you, not a lot of people around the radio station today, which is completely understandable. So thank you so much for tuning in this week for the best of Garage Logic. I really, really do appreciate it. And if you haven't done so yet, please hit the subscribe button on the Garage Logic YouTube channel, because there we are posting daily content for your amusement. And you can follow us along on all of our social media channels, which of course includes Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And what am I forgetting? Oh, hey, see if there's still tickets left for the Garage Logic Town Council Target Field Takeover. And I promise you, we will be back on Monday with the entire crew ready to rock and roll with a brand spanking new edition of the Garage Logic Podcast. This is Reavers signing off for the week. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you again next week.